YouTube. It's me, your girl. And on today, like I always say, everything I talk about on this page is my opinion. It's okay if you disagree. You're more than welcome to disagree. You know, that's what life is all about. Agree to disagree. But everything I say on this page is my opinion. So sometimes I just like to give little things on how I view life and, you know, things I do and different stuff like that. But on today, we're going to talk about opportunity and how it seemed like some people have opportunity at their hands and other people have to work for it. So, with that being said, what I was thinking about today was how some people just get jobs and they don't even have to think about getting that awesome job or that good paying job. And a lot of time it's because they know somebody. You know, it's not even that you're book smart or educated, you know, no more than the next person. But one thing I have learned in this life, that it's all about who you know. Who you know, you don't even have to know how to do the job. Just basically who you know and how well you know them to get your foot in the door. So, basically, what I'm talking about is the job I have right now. You know, I always tell people that, you know, because people be like, how did you get that job? How did you get that job? Who did you know? So, let me give you a little bit of history about how I got the job that I have now. But believe me, the job I have now, it did not come easy at all. The job I have now, it took me about a good, let's say about 10 years to get. I can't tell you guys who I work for or what I do. So a lot of times when people ask me like, who you work for, what you do, a lot of times I'll just sugarcoat it a little bit, you know, because a lot of times once I tell people who I work for and what I do, they have a lot of questions, so many questions about it, like, oh, for real? And I mean, it is an interesting job. I mean, that's why I wanted to work there. But then I get a lot of people who be like, oh girl, how could you work there? You not scared? No, boo, not at all, not scared. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Not necessarily I like the people I work with. I like some. Not all, but, you know, in life you're not going to like everybody. That's part of life. That's how life works. You're not going to like everybody. So, of course, you're not going to like it. But the job is cool. job I have now, like I said, it took me about 10, 11 years to get. I kept placing applications. I think I had like, in that time, I had like maybe about 3 interviews in that time. And I knew I was very qualified for the position. But one thing I learned is at the place where I work, a lot of times they'll give you an interview only because here in California there's a law stating that you must give people interviews and opportunities, and you just can't pick who you want. But with that being said, you know there's ways of getting around that. So what they do is they give people interviews, but they still gonna hire the person that they want to work in that department with them. So I think I landed my job. Actually, I think I landed it by luck. Because I think I landed it by luck because the supervisor that interviewed me, she did not want anybody else who worked at that particular place. So actually, when she seen my application, it was the application that I had placed maybe about 2 or 3 years prior to me being hired. And she said when she pulled my application, first thing she said to herself is, wow, she's more qualified than I am. And I'm the supervisor of this department. Which is true, you know. Before I got hired there, I had about 16, 17 years experience before I even made it there. So, even though I had that much experience, a lot of people won't hire you for your experience because they feel intimidated. They feel like you could take their position, which I'm not looking for nobody else's position. Only thing is when you work at a lot of private sector jobs, the money is there. I mean, you get paid excellent. It's excellent pay, without a shadow of a doubt. But what you don't get is the benefits. As far as your retirement, 401ks, health benefits, you know, different stuff like that. So that's what I was looking for at that time in my life. So I don't know if I was going through, at that time, a midlife crisis or whatever the case was, but my main focus was to find somewhere where I could have retirement and a 401k, different benefits. That's what I was looking for. That's all my mind was set on, was different benefits. So I went for it. And I'm still there till today. But I mean, I was so happy that the opportunity finally came about. And you know how they say when the opportunity knocks on the door, sometimes you got to go running? I'm a firm believer in that. I believe that that's true. You have to enter that door when it comes running. Even though a lot of people is scared to take different opportunities. I mean, for whatever reason, it is whatever it is. But, you know, it came knocking and I took it. But also, I'm a firm believer that you can't stay in your same positions for too long. You have to move around. You have to want more. Don't get comfortable. Because a lot of times what happens is people get comfortable in their settings of where they are in life. And when you get comfortable, you miss a lot of opportunities. Which, true enough, has happened to me. I mean, I have missed a lot of opportunities because, you know, I don't know if it was timid, a little scared about, you know, not sure if I was scared about, like, moving on or whatever the case is. But the same thing I felt back then, I'm not feeling anymore now. Now I think it's time for me to move on to the next level of my life. So now I will start placing more applications, resumes, and find another opportunity. You know, which I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You know, opportunities come knocking, you're supposed to take it, walk in the door. But, you know, I know a lot about life is about who you know. It's not what you know. And like I always say, it's not if you educate it. Because a lot of us, including myself, got all these student loans. And guess what? What you do in the real world had nothing to do with your education. Has nothing at all to do with your schooling. Matter of fact, they don't even teach you about your job career in school. It's not like they're giving you one-on-one experience. You're not getting that. So a lot of times, you know, and I don't know about everybody, but I know I have always told my kids, if what you want to do in life do not cause you do not need a college degree, don't get that college degree. Just go full force on what you're going to do in life. And I mean, a lot of people I know don't even have a college degree and they are making boohoo money. I mean, more money than a lot of people who have a college degree. And guess what? They don't have to pay them student loans back because they don't have one. They not like me. I have a student loan that I'm still paying back. That's the crazy thing. So, with that being said, my thing is if opportunity come knocking, step in the door. Take full advantage of whatever opportunity is there for you. And if what you want to do and you want to get that college education, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for education. I'm all for it. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But if you know that the job career that you're going to have do not take a college education, don't go out there and get no student loans. Don't do it. Now, if you got a full ride scholarship and all that, more power to you. I mean, take full advantage of it. Take full advantage of it. But if you have to pay back and you have to borrow and take loans, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You'll be paying on this stuff for the rest of your life. I mean, I know people who have student loans, and they student loans was $300,000. Or $100,000 to become a nurse. $100,000 to become a nurse. You went through all of childhood, high school, and didn't have to pay nothing. And now, bam, straight off 4 years later, you owe $100,000 to the United States Department of Education. That makes no sense to me. But we constantly giving money out to all these other countries, and America won't even pay for us to get an education here in the United States, and we paid the taxes that they're sending to all these other countries. So, like I say, if opportunity come knocking and you find that job career that you want, and it doesn't take a job, education, or it's about who you know, like I always say, take it and run. Take it and run. And just always remember, the same way somebody helped you out, help out somebody else. Because somebody else is going to need that same help. So with that being said, like and subscribe my channel. And like I always say, peace.